I have sent you a function PDF in the group. I've put a function PDF in the group where we have multiple functions, which we're gonna use in regular on a regular basis. Okay. So date function, date paranga chuskunte, date and time function paranga chuskunte, we have these many, and this is the purpose of description. Please do read out the description. Okay. Description, then example, then data type, return data type. This is your return data types. Okay. For example, if you want to print now, what should be your return data type? If you are using now, what should be your return data type?
Date and time.
Date and time, right? So again, day. What should be your return data type? To print day of today and ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ?
Present
Day of
date.
today అంటే ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది?
Today's date.
Today's data.
Okay.
For example, let's say here, day of today and రాస్తున్నా. Day of today. Okay.
And date.
ఇక్కడ నాకు ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుందో చెప్పండి. Okay, let's take like this. Year of today అనుకుందాం. Say month of today అనుకుందాం.
Yeah.
Right. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ టుడే అంటే ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుద్ది?
2023.
2023. It will print the today's year. It will print today's year. Okay. Now, what does it will print?
Date of today's.
Today's date.
Today's date. Nice. What's today's date?
23.
23. Month of today?
3.
03. Okay, let's say 03 is your month, right? Now, how it is doing ante, it will do in background, it will do something like this. What's today's date is 23/2023, right? Now, it will take today's date. If you want to print today's date, it will print the whole date. It will print the whole date. Now, for example, to print today, okay, it will print the whole date, this date. Now, you people tell me, what are the return data types for this? What are the return data types for this? What is return data type per year?
2023.
Number.
Nice.
Okay, number.
For year, it will be number, right? Right. Now, for month,
Same number.
right? Number. Let me point it out. Let me point out. Venu, today ki return type em undachu? Number,
Date.
Rich text. అది అసలు అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద బాక్స్ తెలుసా? Date. It is printing the date, right? It is printing the date. So return type will be date. Okay. Now, let's say here in this space, if it is printing 3, okay, if it is printing 3, is it printing the month number or is it printing the name of the month? It is printing the number.
Number.
Right? Now I want the month name. If it is March, if it is 3, I want month name. Okay. Let's say if it is 1, what should it print? Nice. Jan. If it is 2, it should print Feb. Okay. and let's say till November, it will print, it should print now, and 12, it should print December. Okay, this is my requirement. Let's say this is my requirement. Okay. Now, yesterday I asked you people to go through it, right? I asked you people to go through the function. Now you people tell me anything suitable for that to meet that requirement. Anything is suitable? Which one is suitable? Sai Kumar, you done it. Right. Text is right, nice. Close enough. Fine. Right. People see, and otherwise, let's see this in the function PDF line and just చెప్పండి. Is there anything?
Text of value.
Text up? No.
Number and text.
No.
Number and text.
This one. This one. If you observe this, right? If you observe this, we have something called case, which take one expression. Expression in the sense condition. Let's say it which take one condition, okay, value and one result. Okay, value to result to, right? Now, if you see this very closely, let me take this. Right? It is taking something like this, right? So, for example, now this case expression, right? Let's write that expression later. So here in this place of value, value place low, you have to specify what is the expected value. What can be the expected value? For example, నాకు months కావాలంటే months ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి మనకు 12, right? Expected value ఏమేమి అవ్వచ్చు 1 2 3 till 12 values. 12, we have 12 expected values, right? ఈ value 1 కి expected result అంటే ఈ expected value కి మనకు కావాల్సిన result, okay, that we have to put. For example, let's say value is 01, దానికి result ఏం రావాలి
Jan.
right? Nice. Let's say value is 11, so దానికి result ఏంటి November, right? So on, right? First value, let's say 01 is the value, result will be Jan, right? 02 is the value, right? Result 2 will be
Feb.
right? So on 03, comma, result 3 will be March, right? 04, result will be April, right? So on. Till 11, you will have November, right? But again, these are the values, right? These are the result, but it's your text, and a text will be in quotes, and a text is always be in quotes. ఎక్కడైనా సరే, ఈవెన్ ఇన్ కోడింగ్ ఆల్సో టెక్స్ట్ ఉన్న చోట కోడ్స్ వస్తాయి. Okay. Comma. ఇక్కడ చూడండి we have something called else result. అంటే మనం అనుకున్న వాల్యూస్ లో ఏ వాల్యూ రాలేదు. ఎనీవేస్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ వాల్యూస్ కదా, రైట్? మనం ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసిన జరుగుతాయని కాదు కదా. నేను ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ అవ్వాలనుకున్నాను, జరగలేదు కదా, రైట్? సో ఇలా వాట్ ఎవర్ వి ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్, ఇఫ్ వీఆర్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ దట్ అవుట్పుట్, if we are not getting the expected output, then we have something called else result. Okay, let's say manaku 11 daaka kuda raaledu, మిగిలింది ఏంటి 12, right? నేను ఇక్కడ 12 కామా డిసెంబర్ అని రాయకుండా డైరెక్ట్లీ ఐ విల్ గివ్ డిసెంబర్. అంటే 11 వరకు కూడా రాలేదు, 11 వరకు కూడా రాలేదు. ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ వాల్యూ ఇస్ నాట్ 11, ఇట్ ఈస్ 12 అనుకుందాం. ఓకే, సంథింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ 1, it is not 2, it is not 3, it is not 11, right? What is left then? 12, right? So instead of writing 12, I will directly write December. Okay, and simply I will close it. Okay, this case function we use this case function very frequent, right? Now let me put the logic. If నేను మీరు చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ లాజిక్ ఏం రాయొచ్చు నేను?
Yes.
Month.
Nice. Month.
Month today.
Perfect. Month of today. Okay, what's today's month? 3rd, right? జనరల్ గా మంత్ ఆఫ్ టుడే అంటే 03 అని ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? 03 అని వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏమని ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి? మార్చ్ అని ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి, రైట్? మార్చ్ అని ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి.
డిసెంబర్ దగ్గర 12 మనం మెన్షన్ చేస్తే
తీసుకుంటది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఇక్కడ 12 అని రాశాను, 12 కామా డిసెంబర్ అని రాశాను. కాకపోతే నేను మళ్ళీ ఎల్స్ రిజల్ట్ రాయాలి కదా. సింటాక్స్ లో ఎల్స్ రిజల్ట్ అనేది ఉంది, రైట్? సరే, నేను ఎల్స్ రిజల్ట్ లో ఐ కెన్ రైట్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ nil, ఇలా కూడా రాసి వదిలేయచ్చు. ఓకే, బట్ దట్స్ జస్ట్ అ వేస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కోడ్. మీ ఇలా కూడా రాయొచ్చు, కాకపోతే మన దగ్గర ఉంది కదా, ఈ వాల్యూ ఉంది కదా, అంటే లెట్స్ టు పుట్ ఇట్ వెరీ సింపుల్, టు పుట్ ఇట్ వెరీ షార్ట్, we can skip this out and we can have directly December. ఇలా కూడా రాసి చెప్పొచ్చు. బట్ ఏంటంటే ఎల్స్ రిజల్ట్ పక్కా మెన్షన్ చేయాలి మనం. We have to mention the else result, right? Let's do this. Say insurance. Open this. We have today's year, right? Let's have today's month. New field. Formula. Let's check current month. Current month. Now, what should be my output? What should be my result? Right, return type. Next.
Yeah.
Text.
Right. Text. Because I am printing.
Month.
Yes, I'm printing the names. Okay, I'm printing the names. January, February, and March. Now, first, what should I take first? First, in this call,
Function.
Set up one.
which function? Right. Case function. Case. Right. What's the expression?
Current month.
Today.
Right. Month is again a function, right? Month is again a function. Month of date, right? Instead of I can specify something like this. But I should not do, because again this will be static. Okay, this will be fixed. To keep it moving, to keep it dynamic, we have to take the function called today. We have today, month of today, value 1, 0, 1. 1 ki result ఏమని రావాలి?
January.
Jan. Value 2, ఏముండొచ్చు ఇంకో value? 0, 2. Right. Feb. I need to delete this. Then result, let's delete it. Now, value 3, and for that result will be March. Value 4, result will be April. Now let's not write all the numbers. Let's just skip it out. Let's say 12. Okay, 12. We can have December, right? And now, is this enough? Is this enough?
Else
Else
result.
result. Else result, right? Yes. Comma. Say none. Let's say none. Okay. Let's check the syntax. Right? Let's say we are not writing this else result. Let's say we are not writing this else result. Let's see what happens. Incorrect number of parameter. Ante else result is also a parameter, right? It is also a parameter. If you see this, we write it down here. You see the case syntax. It is also one parameter. Comma on the other, right? Now we have the parameter. Let me have this here, comma, none. Check the syntax and save the, check the syntax and save it. Next time save. Right, now let's see. Let's refresh the page. We got March, because today's month it should print 03. It should print 03, right? But in that place, if we are getting 03, then it should print the result March. Mani, let's see the functions. I request everyone, please go through this. Okay, please go through this. You just read out the description. That's more than enough. Just read, check out the examples. Okay, that's more than enough. Now this is for you people. Is there any mistake here? Is there any mistake in this line 1? Is there any mistake in line 1? Day. I can write down 1. I can write down 1. But again, here 1 will be static. 1 will be static. Year and month will be dynamic. Ante month date prakaram month marutuntundi. Today's year prakaram year marutundi. Kakapothe day matram 1 untundi. Any mistake? Any one minor mistake? Check. Here, if you compare yesterday's one, you wrote it here, right? So we didn't wrote the formula. Fine. Right. The minor mistake is here. You should not write +3 beside your day, today's day. Okay. It should be outside of this close bracket. First, you need to close the bracket and then you need to write +3. Okay. Then it will add 3 years more. Then it will add 3 years. Okay. For example, let's say today's year is 2022. Okay. +3, it will add 2022 +3, it will be 2025, right? But here, if you add it beside the day, it will add 3 days. For example, today's day is 23rd, right? 23rd. +3, it will add 26. But again, year remains same. Year remains the same. Fine. So just go through this thing, and here very important function is very important thing here is these notes. These notes. See, formulas are case sensitive. Formulas are case sensitive. For example, yesterday we discussed about this, right? This account field, account formulas. Let's check it out. Previous session, we have worked on this formula. Where is it? Formula, right? Status. We have worked on this formula, right? How you people, I believe you people remember this. If the rating is hot, it should print hot in the status. If it is cold, it should print cold. It should print warm, right? Ade nenu ikkada hot kaakunda small h rasanu anko. Okay, it won't work. It won't work. Okay, if you see here, if you go to account, let me go to account. New. Here in rating, you have capital H, right? And now in formulas, if you use small h, it won't work at all. Okay, that's why we call it case sensitive. Okay, even if you have space between, for example, even if you have say space, see this types, I believe, right here, if you're selecting customer space dash space direct. Okay, if you want to use this, you have to give the spaces. Okay, if you want to use this in your formula, like this, again, that is also a pick list, right? That's also a pick list, right? So you have to write it something like customer, right? Space hyphen space direct. Now you people tell me, right? Right? Correct on the right, D capital, right? Again, D capital. Right? Meer ikkada space ichi small d rashna, it won't take. That's why we call it case sensitive. It has to be as it is. Okay. Now, second point, formulas and validations. We'll see what is the validation. What does it mean by validations? Formulas, very the difference between validations are okay. We'll discuss about this in the upcoming sessions. But now, and these are the useful links that you can go through for formulas and all. Okay, and right here, pick list fields are only supported by eSpeak value, case, text, and contains. These are the 4 functions which supports pick list. Whereas we have something called multi-select pick list also, right? We have something called multi-select pick list. And these are the 4 values, 4 functions which supports multi-select pick list as well. Okay. If you see this very closely, we have eSpeak value here, but we don't have eSpeak value here. Okay. For multi-select pick list, we can't use eSpeak value. For multi-select pick list, we cannot use eSpeak value. In this eSpeak value place, we have to use includes. Okay. Anyways, we'll work on it. Now let's see. Now let's see the functions in CG project. Sorry, the formulas in the CG project. Here we are. Right. Someone please read it out. Now you tell me the requirement. What is the requirement online? Anyone please tell me the requirement. Read this and tell me the requirement. Offline also, please try. Online.
Firstly, we had to create an account project, account unique names. Then after the field, we have to write the account name.
Nice. Yes, well. Right. What do you understand by this requirement? Ma'am? What do you understand? ఏం క్రియేట్ చేయాలి ఏ ఫీల్డ్ పేరు ఏంటి
Unique name.
అకౌంట్ యూనిక్ నేమ్ ఇస్ ద ఫీల్డ్ నేమ్ రైట్ ఆ ఫీల్డ్ ఏ డేటా టైప్ ఫీల్డ్ అది
Text.
టెక్స్ట్
Name.
టెక్స్ట్
Number, text.
number it contains number contains phone and contains name right
Name.
ఏ ఫీల్డ్ ఇది ఏ డేటా టైప్ ఇది ఫీల్డ్ డేటా టైప్ అడుగుతున్నారు ఫీల్డ్ డేటా టైప్
Number and
ఓకే అకౌంట్ లో కదా ఫీల్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి కదా లెట్ మీ గో టు అకౌంట్ లో ఉన్నానా లెట్ మీ క్రియేట్ న్యూ ఫీల్డ్స్ న్యూ ఫీల్డ్ ఓకే ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూసి చెప్పండి నాకు నేను ఏ డేటా టైప్ తీసుకోవాలి ఫార్ములా రైట్ వీఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఫార్ములాస్ రైట్ ఫార్ములా మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఫార్ములా తీసుకున్నా ఫీల్డ్ నేమ్ ఏమి ఇవ్వాలి ఇక్కడ
Account unique name.
account name.
Account unique name.
అకౌంట్ యూనిక్ నేమ్ ఇస్ ద ఫీల్డ్ నేమ్ నేను ఇది మాత్రమే చేస్తున్నా మీరందరూ ఐ వాంట్ యూ పీపుల్ టు డూ recruitment formula. Okay, account unique name is your field name, right? Now you people tell me what should I take the return data type? What should be my return data type? What am I returning first? What am I returning here?
Text.
Name.
I am returning field account name, account number and phone. As well as I need to have underscore between these three. Ante account name underscore, account number underscore and phone, right? So what should be my return data type? Checkbox are
Text.
No.
right, you are right, online right. What should be my return data type? Simple. What am I returning? I'm returning name,
Text,
number,
number.
everything, right? Everything will support it to which data type? Perfect. Text, right? Text data type, right? It is returning me the text data type. Next. Account unique name should contain what? It should contain
Account name, account number, phone.
and phone, right? What are these things? What is this? Account name ante enti, account number ante enti, phone ante enti, iventi?
Fields.
Perfect. These are the fields, right? Let's insert the fields. Account name, the inkoti enti, account number,
Phone number.
inkoti phone.
Phone.
రైట్ వచ్చినా మనం లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ లోనే మాట్లాడుకున్నాం ఇలా వీ కెనాట్ హ్యావ్ ఫీల్డ్ బిసైడ్ అ ఫీల్డ్ అని చెప్పేసి రైట్ ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఐ చెక్ ద సింటాక్స్ ఏమవుద్ది షోస్ ద error, right? It is showing the error, right? Now, right. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, it's with underscore as connector between them. Underscore as connector between them అని అన్నారు కదా. So let's put the underscore here. Right. Underscore. Okay. ఇప్పుడు అయింది అంటారా?
No.
No. ఎంత కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉంది? Right. No. Right. Because you cannot have field and this is not your operator. If you see this, you can have the operators. Okay. You can have the operators in between two fields. You can have the operator between two fields. But this is not your operator. Underscore is not your operator. It's like one text. It's like one text. Okay. Anni text ke undali. Text should be in right colon. Sorry, quotes. Right. Text should be in quotes. So let me have the quotes. Quote underscore quote. Right. We have it quote here. Okay. But now still you cannot have a text and a field besides. You cannot have text and field beside. You have to connect these two things. Okay. How you can connect? Right. Nice. By using the operator. Okay. There is only one way you can have operator between two fields, and you can have operator between a field and a text. Okay. So you have to connect it kabatti. Let's see the operators. What can be the operators? Meere cheppandi indulo em undochu?
Plus.
Plus, no, it will add two values. Okay. Plus will add two values.
Use and operator.
And operator.
And operator. This concatenate. What does it mean by concatenate?
It will
Concatenate means combines. Okay. Concatenate means combining. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఒక టెక్స్ట్ భయ్యా. ఓకే, ఇది ఒక ఫీల్డ్, రైట్? ఈ టెక్స్ట్ ఫీల్డ్ పక్కన we cannot use like this side by side. Okay, it has to connect. Okay, ఈ కనెక్ట్ చేయడానికి వాడే ఆపరేటరే concatenator. This concatenator. Okay, let you will figure it out. ఇప్పుడు ఇది టెక్స్ట్, ఇది ఫీల్డ్ అనుకున్నాం కదా, రెండింటి మధ్యలో పెట్టాం, రైట్? అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఇది ఫీల్డ్, ఇది టెక్స్ట్, రైట్? ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో కూడా we have to use concatenator, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పండి ఎక్కడెక్కడ వాడాలి ఇంకా?
Besides
account number and
Number.
underscore.
Account number and this underscore, right? ఇంకా
Phone, beside phone.
right, done. Now if you see, right, so this is your concatenate operator, which will concatenate ante which will combine your field and one text, your field and the text. Okay, again this is your text, this is your field, right? Now let's see next 7 new, but we'll go and check the function. Right, let me refresh this page. Right, yes, give me a name, give me a account name ante nenu em rayali ikkada? Faisal and rayala? Faisal and rayacha?
Company name.
Right, account holds the company's detail, right? Company's detail. ఇప్పుడు నాకు తెలిసిన ఒక కంపెనీ ఉంది, స్కిల్ పార్క్. Okay, skill park is a company. Account number, let me write down one number. Let's say this is your account number, this is the account number. ఇంకేం అడిగాడు? Let's say here email is mandatory కాబట్టి I'm writing this here. Phone, say 123 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Right. Let me save it now. Now, if you see, we got the account unique name field. This is your formula field name, right? Formula field name rasam manam account unique name and right? It contains first account. It contains the account name. Okay. It contains account name, skill pack, followed by underscore, right? Again, we have this account number. We have the account number, underscore, and then we have phone number, right? So this is the thing which is generating automatically, which is creating automatically. Right. So next one. Consider name on it. As a CRM product owner, I want account number to be displayed in the case. Account number to be displayed in the case. Okay. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పండి అకౌంట్ నంబర్ ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఉంది?
Account object.
Account object.
అకౌంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఉంది కదా, మనం ఇందాకే వాడాం అకౌంట్ నంబర్ ని, రైట్? అకౌంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఉంది. కానీ ఈ అకౌంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఉన్న ఫీల్డ్ ఎందులో అడుగుతుంది? ఇది
Case.
కేస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో అడుగుతుంది, రైట్? లెట్స్ ఫస్ట్ గో టు ద కేస్. First go to the cases. So left. We search case. Let's here we have the case. Click on new. Right. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి మీరు, there is one relationship between case and account, right? There is one relationship between case and account, right? If I click on it, where am I redirecting? I'm redirecting to the I'm redirecting to the account object, right? So here, if I select the skill pack, you know, in skill pack record, in this record, just saw that. In this record, we have a field called account number, right? We have a field called account number, and this is your value. This is the value in the account number field, right? E value naku ఈ కేస్ అనే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, let's say if I'm not selecting this skill pack, let's say I'm selecting something called TCS. okay, అప్పుడేంటి TCS రికార్డ్ లో అకౌంట్ నంబర్ ఏముంది చూడండి, నథింగ్, ఏం లేదు. సో అక్కడ కూడా ఏం ప్రింట్ అవ్వద్దు, రైట్? లెట్స్ సే ఇక్కడ ఇది ఉంది. ఓకే, అకౌంట్ నంబర్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ, రైట్? ఇదే వాల్యూ మనకు కేస్ రికార్డ్ లో ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి, రైట్? To do that here, let me first go to case. Okay, here. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, నేను ఏం తీసుకోవాలి? Formula. Nice. Right. What should be my field name? Account number. Account number should be my field name, right? Right. ఇప్పుడు రిటర్న్ డేటా టైప్ ఏం తీసుకోవాలండి? నేను నంబర్ తీసుకోవాలా పక్క? మీరు అంటున్నారు కాబట్టి నంబర్ తీసుకుంటున్నా. ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, మాట్లాడదాం మళ్ళా. సో ఈ అకౌంట్ నంబర్ లో నౌ వాట్ షుడ్ ఐ టేక్? నౌ ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకోవాలా? అకౌంట్ లో ఉన్న ఫీల్డ్ నాకు కేసులో కావాలి, రైట్? ఆ ఫీల్డ్ లో ఏముంటే ఆ ఫీల్డ్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూ నాకు కేసులో కావాలి, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలి? ఏ ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకోవచ్చు? మనం వాడుకున్న ఫంక్షన్స్ లో ఏమైనా తీసుకోవచ్చా, లేదా ఫంక్షన్ తీసుకోకూడదా? ఏం చేయాలి ఇక్కడ?
తీసుకోవసరం లేదు, డైరెక్ట్ గా
రైట్. తీసుకోకుండా ఏం చేయాలి మరి?
ఫీల్డ్
నైస్, ఫీల్డ్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలి. ఫీల్డ్, రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ కేస్ రిలేటెడ్ ఫీల్డ్స్ కదా, రైట్? దీస్ ఆల్ ఆర్ కేస్ ఫీల్డ్స్. కానీ మనకు ఫీల్డ్ ఉన్నది అకౌంట్,
Account.
రైట్? రైట్. సో ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఎనీ రిలేషన్షిప్, యూ విల్ గెట్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. If there is any relationship between two objects, you will have something like this, okay? That object name and arrow, object name and the arrow. So click on it, you will get all the fields of that object, okay? Click just say you will get the fields of that particular object. For example, here if you see, from here I can see this account number, right? All I need to do is click on it and click on insert, right? Account number, check the syntax. Yes, ఏమొస్తుంది నాకు ఇక్కడ? టెక్స్ట్. ఫార్ములా రిజల్ట్ ఈజ్ డేటా టైప్ టెక్స్ట్, రైట్? అంటే అకౌంట్ నంబర్ ఈజ్ యువర్ టెక్స్ట్. అకౌంట్ నంబర్ ఈజ్ యువర్ టెక్స్ట్. కానీ మనం రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఏం తీసుకుందాం? నంబర్ తీసుకుందాం, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏంటి ఎంకల్కి వెళ్ళి నేను దీన్ని చేంజ్ చేయాలా?
టెక్స్ట్ ఫంక్షన్ యూస్ చేసుకొని చేయండి.
నైస్ 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 నైస్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ప్రీవియస్కి వెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ నేను టెక్స్ట్ తీసుకొని, ఓకే, టెక్స్ట్ తీసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ చేసి, నా ఇస్ దర్ ఎనీ ఎర్రర్? నో, రైట్? రైట్, బికాస్ దిస్ account number is not a number data type. It's not your number data type. It's text data type. Okay. If you see your previous step, okay, let's say మీరు అన్నట్టు number తీసుకుందాం. Okay, let's take number only. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, నాకు ఇక్కడ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది, రైట్? నేను దీన్ని ఉన్న వాల్యూని I have to convert it into the టెక్స్ట్ అనుకుందాం. ఓకే, ఉన్న వాల్యూని టెక్స్ట్ గా కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఏమైనా ఫంక్షన్ ఉందా చేసుకోవడానికి? ఏదైనా ఫంక్షన్ ఉందా? మనం చూసాం. నైస్, we have a function called text. We enter the text. See, text converts a value to a text. Okay, ఇప్పుడు ఇదంతా ఒక వాల్యూ, ఇదంతా ఒక వాల్యూ. సారీ, మనం నంబర్ తీసుకున్నాం కదా, రైట్? సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ దిస్ టెక్స్ట్ టు అ నంబర్, రైట్? యూ హ్యావ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ దిస్ టెక్స్ట్ టు అ నంబర్. ఎనీవేస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రిటర్నింగ్ యువర్ టెక్స్ట్. సో ఫర్ దాట్, టు డూ దాట్, we have a function called value. Now converts a text to a number. Convert text to a number. Now all you need to do is, this is your text. Here you need to put your field and check the syntax. All right, అంటే మనకేమొచ్చింది, ఇది జస్ట్ ఈ ఫీల్డ్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తే మనకేమొచ్చింది, రిజల్ట్ ఈస్ టెక్స్ట్ అని వస్తుంది. బట్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ డేటా టైప్ ఇస్ value. Expected data type was value, right? So now that's why we are converting this text to a value. That's why we are converting this text to a value. Okay, let me save this. Thank you. Okay, give it to everyone. Next and save. Let's just test it out. Okay, I'm creating a new ACE record. TCS లో ఏం పెట్టామండి మనం? 78000 పెట్టాం కదా. Let me save it now. TCS లో ఏముంది? అకౌంట్ నంబర్ 7800. కేసుకి వెళ్ళాను, అకౌంట్ నేమ్ లో I'm taking TCS. Okay, here I'm selecting TCS. Let me fill the mandatory field. New ఇక్కడ ఉంది, case origin phone అనుకుందాం, right? Now let me say. You see the details, if you see the details, account number అని వచ్చింది కదా, account number, and this is your account number. కానీ ఇది అలానే ఉందా? అలా లేదు కదా, right? Because it has to be a text. It has to be a text. That's why you have to do. That's why you have to do. You have to take the return type as text, and then next. Cancel it. Cancel. Where is that account number? Let me just change the data type from number to text. And all I have to do is remove this value. Now I don't require this value. Yes, we can do that too. But again, we have to change the return type also. Yes. Because if you're using this text function, okay, that means the result will be in text, right? Whereas your expected value is number, right? So that's why you have to change the return type, and then you have to use text. As if now you don't require using text, because anyways it is printing text. See. Done. Now let me just refresh the page, and here you got the text. Okay, here you got the number elements, right? So what's the next function? Create a new field, case age in case object. The value in field should be age of case based upon the case open date. Okay. Now let's check, is there any field called case open date? Is there any field called open date? We have this, right? But again, this is not editable. This you cannot edit. Okay. So this means whenever a case is created, it is taking that particular date and time. Okay. Here I am creating the case. So we just created this case, right? So that's why we got today's date and time. Okay. So we cannot use this kabatti. Let's do one thing. Let's just create a field called open date. Okay, let's create a field called open date. Right. A data type తీసుకోవాలి నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ముని ఓపెన్ డేట్ కావాలి నాకు. ఓకే, ఏ డేటా టైప్ తీసుకోవాలి నేను ఇక్కడ?
ఫార్ములా
8. No, date. Because I need to capture the open date. Say is open date. Okay, next. Next. And say 7 new. Let's say 7 new. Okay, now if I go refresh the page, here I'll have case open date. Okay, now let me put this case open date. Let me put 2022 March 1st. Okay, let's say 22nd March 1st. Okay, and I'm saving this now. So it should, depending on this, it should also calculate the case age. For example, now Venu, how old are you ante meer em cheptaru? How old are you ante?
Numbers.
22 మీ డాక్యుమెంట్ లో ఉన్నది కాదు, నిజంగా చెప్పండి. ఓకే, సో how old are you ante you are saying 22. Now this 22 is what? Is it a text? It's a number. So your return type will be, it's a number, right? Now it should, let's create a new field. Now formula field. case age, case age. Okay, now return type will be manam anukunnattu number,
Number.
right? Next, right. Now we need to apply the logic. Now here you need to write down the logic. ఇప్పుడు నేను మీకు కేసు ఏజ్ అడిగాను, రైట్? సారీ, యువర్ ఏజ్ అడిగాను, రైట్? మీరు ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేశారు దాన్ని? ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం మనం? మన ఏజ్ ని ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం?
Date of birth to now.
Right. Today's year minus date of birth, right? Year of birth year, right? Birth year. Same way here we have a function called today, right? Today minus మనం calculate చేయాల్సింది case age ని, right? We have a field called case open, right? Insert field case open. ఇదే కదా మనం క్రియేట్ చేసిన ఫీల్డ్, రైట్? We having underscore c, which denotes it's a custom field. Insert, right? Let me check the syntax. Perfect, right? Perfect, correct అంటారా ఇది? So let me save, let's save and then see.
Have to use operator అనుకుంటా కదా సార్.
పెట్టాం కదా ఆపరేటర్. We put the operator minus c here. You see this case age, edit చేస్తాం. See, we use the operator minus operator, subtract operator, right? Right.
Yes.
Now here we gave this, right? 2022 ఇచ్చాం, right? Now what's the case age? Case age ఏం ఉండాలి ఇప్పుడు? 1, right? It's 1. If I refresh the page and see, we got something called case age and we are getting 387. Now what is this 387? What is why are we getting this? It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, return data type will be date.
No. This is right. So why are we getting this?
Number of days.
There we are.
Nice. Number of days we are getting. We are getting number of days, right? Days, right? So now I want it to calculate only the year, right? We decided to calculate in a year, right? So what should I do now? You people guide me. అంటే టుడే తీసేసి ఇయర్ పెట్టాలా? అప్పుడు ఇయర్ వస్తుంది కదా.
Year of today.
Okay, nice. Someone else. ఏం చేయాలి ఇక్కడ? Since I want only year from today, okay? Since I want only year from today, I will take year function, okay? Year function, and inside of this year date ఇవ్వాలి కదా మనం, right? Yes, today better. Right? Year of today minus case open date. సరిపోయిందా? పెట్టాం కదా. ఇవా mandatory. This bracket means function. Bracket means function. Right. సరిపోయిందా? సరిపోయిందా?
Sir, I think year of case open date.
Nice. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇయర్ పెట్టాలి కదా, రైట్? We want to calculate year, this year minus this year, right? So again we have to put here and we'll take this and we'll place it in the tables, right? Now let's check the syntax. Right, done. We'll quickly save it. If I go back, నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ yes 387, right? If I refresh the page, now it is calculating the year. It is calculating something like 2023 minus 2022, right? Today's year is 2023 minus 2022, and it is printing a number called 1, right? Number 1. Now I'm still getting this 0.00, right? I'm still getting this 0.00, right? Because the return data type is number, right? This, let's make it to a text. Let's make it to a text. Let's change this to a text. Now see here, if I check the syntax, okay, while editing I won't get the errors anyways, right? This will result in numbers, right? This result in numbers, right? To change it to a text, what we have to do? Right, text, we need to use a function called text. Select it, and here in the value, space, let me put this. Now check the syntax and save. Now let me refresh the page. Now I'm having 1. Perfect, right? Now let's do the next one. Okay, this required something called record types and page layouts. This is another concept. If you want to do this too, you're required, we need to cover one more topic called record types and page layouts. Depending on those, you have to write down the formula. Okay, now this we'll see in the upcoming sessions anyways. Today we'll see the page layouts. No, we don't have time to do that. Okay, let me give you some hints about validations. Tomorrow we'll have the validations. ఇంకోసారి చెప్పాలా? అవి ఎక్కువ ఉండదు. మీకు కావాల్సినంత ఫంక్షన్స్ అండి. If you know the functions, you can do formulas or validations. It's just the functions you need to understand. Okay, ఏ ఫంక్షన్ ని ఎక్కడ వాడాలి, ఏ ఫంక్షన్ ని ఎప్పుడు వాడాలి. Just now, for example, మనం ఇందాకే ఏజ్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాం, right? Age we calculate in years, right? We don't calculate in days, right? So మనం అక్కడ ఏం ఫంక్షన్ వాడాలని వస్తుంది, స్ట్రైక్ అవుతుంది మనకు ఇయర్ వాడాలి అని చెప్పేసి స్ట్రైక్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? సరే, లెట్స్ సే నేను మీకు అడిగాను, డే ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది కదా, రైట్? లెట్స్ సే డే కాదు, లెట్స్ సే సంథింగ్, రైట్? Account type undi. Account type, we have something called account type. Here we go, we see we have something called account type. Okay, this contains prospect, customer direct, channel, and all, right? This contains these many things, right? Idoka pick list. Neni put dini vaadalante, can I use directly this account type? Can I directly use this type? No, right? There are certain functions which is supporting this, right? Which will support pick list values, right? We use mostly is pick value. Okay, right? So e function is pick value functions manam vadutundi pick list ki. Include ana function we are using it for multi select pick list, right? Let's say there are 3 conditions or 2 conditions. Okay, let's say there are 2 conditions. Okay, conditions ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏ ఫంక్షన్ ని వాడాలి? if ని వాడాలి, right? Let's say there are multiple conditions ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? nested if. Okay, let's say నాకు కొన్ని అవుట్పుట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, నాకు కొన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి. Okay, let's say హాట్ అని ప్రింట్ అవ్వచ్చు, కోల్డ్ అని ప్రింట్ అవ్వచ్చు, వామ్ అని ప్రింట్ అవ్వచ్చు, రైట్? హాట్ ప్రింట్ అయినప్పుడు ఇలా జరగాలి, వామ్ ప్రింట్ అయినప్పుడు ఇలా జరగాలి అని. ఇఫ్ కాకుండా ఇంకేమైనా ఉందా అందులో నేను పెట్టచ్చా?
If else.
Stick value.
అదే కదండి నెస్టెడ్ ఇఫ్, రైట్? రైట్, ఇఫ్ కాకుండా ఇంకేమైనా ఉందా?
ఈ stick
ఏదైనా
value.
యూజ్ చేయొచ్చా నేను?
ఈ stick value.
నో, అదే కదా. ఇఫ్ లో నేను మళ్ళీ ఈ స్పిక్ వాల్యూని వాడాలి అప్పుడు, రైట్? నాకు ఒక వాల్యూ ఉంది, ఓకే, నాకు ఒక రిజల్ట్ ఉంది, అంతే కదా. హాట్ ప్రింట్ అయినప్పుడు హాట్ రికార్డ్ అని, వామ్ అని సెలెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు వామ్ రికార్డ్ అని, కోల్డ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు కోల్డ్ రికార్డ్ అని చెప్పేసి ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి. నాకు ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి, they are three expected values: hot, cold and warm, right? We have something called expected results too, right? Hot record, cold record and warm record are the expected results, right? If let's say they haven't selected anything, right? They haven't selected any of these three, okay? They haven't selected any values, right? We have something called else result as well, right? For that, which function we will use? Cases, right? So if you it's all up to the practice. How much you practice, you will get you will understand these functions in depth. Okay, I request everyone to start. You please go through this. Okay, you please go through this function. చాలా కష్టపడి తయారు చేసిన, రైట్? వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది, మీరు ఒకసారి చూడండి దీన్ని, రైట్? ఇంకా రిక్రూట్మెంట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో ఉన్న ఫార్ములాస్ ని చేయండి. స్టార్ట్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ద రిక్రూట్మెంట్ ఫార్ములాస్. పెద్ద గేమ్ లేవు, సిమిలర్ ఇలానే ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, నౌ అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్, లేదు నాకు ఇంకోటి ఏమైనా కావాలి, నాకు ఇంకా ఫార్ములాస్ మీద వర్క్ చేయాలి నేను అంటే, హియర్ ఐ పుట్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వీడియో లింక్. యూజింగ్ దిస్, హియర్ you will have the formulas. Okay, from here you can calculate, from here you can understand the formulas in better way. For example, here this is your, yes, see here, from the most simple formulas, calculate basic commission on opportunity. Okay, commissions ni ela manam percentage ద్వారా calculate chestam, right? So here we have something called percentage if it is less than 10,000. If amount is less than 10,000, opportunity lone undi amount ana field, right? I don't know you people have gone through this or not, but I ask you people to go through each and every object and check out the important fields in it, at least the mandatory fields. If you have checked this, in opportunity we have something called amount. Okay, so amount, if it is less than, if it is less than 10,000, so the commission will be 10%. Commission will be 10%. 0.10 ante 10, right? If it is greater than 10,000, if the amount is greater than 10,000, so the commission will be, here the field name is commission, formula label, formula name will be commission, formula field name will be commission. So it will calculate something like this: amount into this percentage. 0.15 means 15%. Ante kada, 15 by 100, how much it will be? 0.15. 10 by 100, it will be 0.10, right? It will calculate something like amount. Ante, let's say here amount is 5,000. Okay, let's say amount is 5,000. Now it will calculate 5,000, which now it will check the condition first. Okay, here it will check the condition. Is it less than 10? Is it less than 10,000 or not? Right? If it is true, will it go to this part or will it go to this part? The middle, right? The middle parameter, right? So 5,000 into 0.10, that will be the commission. Ante enta aitadi commission? 500 is the commission, right? If you see, calculator, 5,000 into 5,000 into 0.10. 500, right? So meanwhile, if it is 50,000, okay. Now, if it is 50,000, obviously it is greater than 50,000 is greater than 10,000, right? Now it will go to this part, false part. Okay. Now it will calculate 50,000 into 0.15, right? So here, if you see this, here, go through this link. Okay, go through this link. Here you will find many formulas that you can help can help you out. Okay, understanding the things in a better way. Here we have something called case and image function too. Image is again a function. Okay, which we're gonna use for sure in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Now here we have something called or and functions as well that you're gonna see in the upcoming sessions in the validation part. Okay. Now, as of now, let's understand this functions. Okay. According to this functions, please do work on the recruitment project. Now let's check out what does it mean by validations, validation rules. Now, any of you, please let me know if anyone knows what does it mean by validation rules. Sorry, ఈ పేరు ఉంది కదా validation అని చెప్పేసి we have something called validation, right? Now, general గా మాట్లాడుకుందాం. What does it mean by validation? Consider. No. What does it mean by validation? General గా. In general terms, what does it mean by validation?
Requirements.
No.
Approving.
It will check the
Approving or disapproving, approving some command or
No.
will check the
is it correct or not? If
Right.
given command is correct or not.
Right.
Acceptable or
Right. Perfect. So here, validating the data. Okay. Or else qualifying the data. Okay. Validation means validating the data or qualifying the data, whether this data is correct or not. For example, let's say in date of birth, let's say we created a field called date of birth. Okay. We created a field called date of birth. ఇప్పుడు నేను I'm writing something like this. Let's say I'm entering this date. Okay. Is this the right data?
no.
Is this the right data?
No,
Right. No, why not?
because it's in a future where we don't know whether it is the
Yes.
correct date or not.
Yes, because it's in a future date, right? 25th ఇంకా రాలేదు కదా మనకు 2023 right? It's in a future date. We don't know exact data, right? This is not the right data, right? So if someone is coming and if someone is placing this value, it should show them a error. It should not allow you to save the data. It should not allow you to enter this data and save the record. Okay. For example, let's see here. If you go to contacts, we have a field called date of birth in contacts. Okay. Click on new. Here we have a field called date of birth. Okay. Let's say here, if I'm entering this data, last name, let's say save. It is allowing me to save the data, right? But using validation rules, we can stop doing this. Using validation rules, we can prevent such things to happen. Okay. Since we want the exact data, we can stop doing something like this. Okay. How do we do that? For example, to create a formula, we went here, right? Post.com and clicked on new, right? To create a validation rule, same here we have the validation rule. Click on plus name. Here you are into contact validation rule. Okay. Now let's write it down a simple rule. Let's say date of birth validation. Okay, date of birth validation, right? Right. When it should stop. Now here you have the same function box. Okay, here you have the same function box, and here you have the same function this formula box, right? Now here you need to enter one formula. Okay, when it should stop preventing you to save the record is the question, right? When should it stop you to prevent saving the records? Here if you see, click on new. I entered this date, right? Right. I entered this date, right? What is the field here? What is the field here?
Birth date.
Birth date, right? Now we need to select that field first, insert field, and birthday is our field, right? Since we are working on that field, we'll select that field. Okay. Now, when should it stop? అంటే మనకు ఎర్రర్ ఎప్పుడు రావాలి? Till today మనకి ఎర్రర్ ఎప్పుడు రావాలండి?
When date exceeds today.
Right.
If
When
it is
date
greater
exceeds
than
today, right? అంటే ఈ రోజు కంటే ఫ్యూచర్ డేట్. Whenever someone keeps the future date, it should stop. It should throw an error. Date of birth greater than, okay, if date of birth is greater than, right, we have a function called today. Okay, if it is greater than today, it should stop saving it should not allow you to save the record. Should stop saving the record. Check. No error found, right? No error found. Right. Error message. Okay, we need to give one message. We need to give one error message. That will be right. Please enter the correct date of birth. Please enter the correct date of birth. Now we'll see this location, error location. The error ravali an anukunnam, right? Where it should come. For example, here if you see, it should come on top of the page. For example, here, if I open this, here is your top of the page. Okay, this your top of the page. Okay, and this, the next location it is showing is field. Okay, we can select a field. Now you people tell me in which field it should throw the error. Right, birthday.
Date of birth.
Right, birthday దగ్గర నాకు error రావాలి, right? We save the record. Then it is active. Is this active? Yes, Mani.
Yes.
పైన రావాలి, కింద కూడా రావాలా? No, it's not possible. Right. So let's go to contacts now. Create a new record. ఏది? అవునవును, మన పైన చూపిస్తుంది. అది స్టాండర్డ్. మనకు ఆ ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ లేదు మనకు చేయడానికి. Let's say I'm creating a Muni. Right. Let's say last name is Muni. What's your date of birth, Muni? Let's say 2027 is her name. Okay, 4th June, right? Now if I'm saving the record, పైన నాకేమొచ్చింది వ్యూ ఆల్ ఎర్రర్స్ అని వచ్చింది, కాకపోతే ఎర్రర్ ఇక్కడ రాలేదు. ఓకే, ఎర్రర్ మెసేజ్ అనేది మనకు ఇక్కడే వచ్చింది. ప్లీజ్ ఎంటర్ ద కరెక్ట్ డేట్ ఆఫ్ బర్త్, రైట్? ప్లీజ్ ఎంటర్ ద correct date of birth. If you see now, let's say 2020 1997 kada, it's a 1997, and now I'm saving, right? Now it allows you to save the record. That's the use of validation. That's the use of validation rules. We use validation rules to validate the data, validate or qualify the data. We use formulas to nice, print the value. We use formulas to print the value. We use validation to check a value. Okay, we use formulas to print or to display something, whereas we use validation to check the data and to show the error, right? If the data is not appropriate, it should show the error. If you see this, let's do something else now. Let's also work on this new. Now you people tell me, if I want to make a field required, how should I do? If I want to make a field required, how should I do? Right.
Edit that.
Nice. ఒక ఫీల్డ్ ని నేను రిక్వైర్ చేయాలి, ఒక ఫీల్డ్ ని నేను మ్యాండేటరీ చేయాలి అంటే ఏం చేయాలి? ఎడిట్ చేయాలా? ఓకే, లెట్స్ గో టు ఫీల్డ్స్. ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఈ ఫీల్డ్ ఉంది కదా, let's say I'm creating a new field of anything, let's say some number field. Here I have a button called require, right? Now this will do mandatory. It will do something called, it will create something called a mandatory field. It will create a mandatory field, right? Kani, I have some standard fields. Okay, and I want this email field to be required. I want someone should must and should enter the email. Okay, for example, if someone is coming, okay, click on new. Let's say here, say Muni. Okay, here we have email, right? Now here, to save the record, we should enter the email ID. Okay, it should enter the email ID, right? Now if I go and edit this field also, if I go and edit this email field, is this wastage? Sorry, it's a case field. If I go email edit, is there any required button? No, right? No, right? So now to achieve such requirements, we have to do it using validation rules. We can do this using validation rules. Now, if you see this, let me create a new validation. Let's say email mandatory is the validation name. Email mandatory is the validation name. Now here, right? Which field I'm working on? Email. Okay, insert. Okay, sarpodda manaku error eppudu kavali? When we need this error to display, when we need this error to display. So let me write down the error message first. Email, please, let's say, please enter the email ID. Please enter the email ID, and the location will be
Field.
a field, email field, right? కాకపోతే నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ లాజిక్ ఏమని రాయాలి?
When the value is null.
When the value is none, right? When the value is null. But now let's take the operator. Is there anything called equals to,
Or
can I write something like this, null? Let's check the syntax. No error found, right? Can I write this? If email is null, okay, if email is null, it should show the error, right? Can I write this? No? Then how should I do? What should I do?
We should use function.
Right? Which function? If you have gone through the function
Value.
yesterday, you might have seen, right? We have few function. Let's say now I'll go one by one. You please rectify you please stop me whenever you feel okay. Blank value.
blank value.
Blank value.
How many parameters it is taking? One expression, substitute expression. Ante ఈ blank value అంటే ఒక field blank ఉన్నప్పుడు expression is nothing but a condition or a field. Okay, expression is nothing but a condition or a field. Okay, ఈ field blank ఉన్నప్పుడు ఒక value ని మనం ఎంటర్ చేయాలి అన్నట్టు, right? Now we are into validations or we are into formula? Validations you cannot print anything. Okay, but using formulas you can print. Okay, there are such functions which only supports formula. There are few functions which only supports the validation rules. Okay, right. Now you please tell me. కనిపించలే ఎవరికి? కనిపించలే ఎవరికి?
Is blank.
Is blank.
Nice. Is blank. See, what is it checking? Check whether an expression is blank and returns true or false. And it is checking this is blank or not. This field is blank or not. Okay. Now let me insert this. Okay. Let me have this email. Right. Let me have this email here. Check the syntax. Is there any error? No error found, right? Now it will check if the email is blank or not. If it is blank, it will throw the error. Okay, if it is blank, if it is blank, email is blank. It's like your question mark. Okay, let's take like this. Let's read it like this. Email is blank. Okay, అక్కడ చెక్ చేస్తుంది. Let me go to the contacts. Okay, contacts, new, copy. Okay, right. Now when I click on save, it will check whether email is blank or not. Okay, is this blank here? Yes. Ante true or false? True kada, right? It will return true. It is blank. Right. Now if it is true, it will show the error. If it is true, it will show the error. Right. Ade kada. Right. Check. Done. Means two. Now let me just refresh the page. Right. Let me have this Muni Karnakar. Now when I click on save, see what happens. It will check and it is showing me the error. It is throwing some error, right? See here. Faisal@gmail.com. Okay, I'm entering the value. Okay, now you people tell me, when I click on save, it will check it again. Now is it true or false? Is this condition, is this the formula that we wrote? Condition formula, is this true or false now?
False.
It contains some value, right? Is it blank? Right? Is email blank? No, right? It will return false now. Okay, false ante it won't throw the error. It won't throw the error. All you need to do is just save the record, and now your record is saved. Okay, so that's why we have the validation rules. Now we'll see the validations rule in depth from tomorrow, but by tomorrow you should be aware of these functions. Okay, you should be aware of these functions. If you understand the function, you can write down the validations, you can write down the formulas. Okay, it's all up to the functions. Okay, yes, any questions, people? We'll see you guys tomorrow.